Hello, it is Sunday the 15th of October, and in this video I'm going to look at the outcome of Thunderball draw 2128, and I'm going to find reasons why the numbers that occurred came out in this draw. Now, first of all, I'm looking at the chart for all the machines and all the sets of balls since the number of main numbers went up to 39. This is the chart for the main numbers. This is what it looked like before the last draw. Okay, and I'm going to show you where the winning numbers were on that chart. That's where they were. So we've got 30, one of the most frequent, 35, one of the slowest, number 9, one of the most overdue, and 4 and 15, quite recent, somewhere there in the middle. Now if we look at the Thunderball numbers, you can see number 5 was drawn in the last draw, so this is now a consecutive occurrence of Thunderball number 5 in this draw. So that's where it was. So first of all, I'm going to look at the Thunderball numbers. I'm going to look at the entire draw history because there's always been 14 Thunderball numbers. So now you're beginning to see number 5 second most frequent. And if we look at the set of balls that was used, which was set of balls 3, now you can see Thunderball number 5 is the most frequent alongside number 11. Now if we were going to pick the most frequent number, I would probably have gone for 11, but looking at this machine number 6, I probably wouldn't have picked number 5. But was Thunderball number 5 due to occur again? Well, if we look at the gap chart for Thunderball number 5, okay, this was a gap of 1. I know it says 2 there, but that's because there's a bug in this spreadsheet that I need to fix. If we look on this gap tracer thing, it's because it occurred in the last draw, and I'm not looking at the last draw, I'm ignoring that, so that's why this bug is occurring. But if we look on the gap chart, the gap of 1, right, or in other words a consecutive occurrence, obviously it's going to be the most frequent, but there hasn't been a consecutive occurrence since draw 2033, and that's looking at all machines and sets of balls. So how often should a Thunderball number have a consecutive occurrence? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was overdue for one. Now if we look at the chart for Thunderball number 5 and we look at the main numbers that have occurred with Thunderball number 5, now we can see why number 30 came out with Thunderball number 5, because it's the most frequent, and it was getting to the point where it's starting to look a little bit overdue. So it's one of the closest to that top right corner, which means overdue for its frequency. So Thunderball number 5 because it's most frequent with set of balls number 3, and number 30 with number 5 because on this chart it's beginning to look overdue for its frequency, and it's the most frequent with number 5. Now if we look at set of balls number 3 and Thunderball number 5, you can see there's 30 again overdue for its frequency with that particular set of balls as well. And if we look at just the recent history, since the number of main numbers went up to 39, you can see this is the first time since then that number 30 has occurred with Thunderball number 5 and set of balls number 3. So if we look at if we look at machine number 6 and Thunderball number 5, then again number 30 most frequent with Thunderball number 5. So more than just coincidence. Now the other numbers, looking at this chart, you can't see, but 4 and 9, I think or is it 9 and 15? Look where they are. That's where the winning numbers were. Most overdue. So most overdue to occur with Thunderball number 5, 9 and 15. If we look at more recent history, see again 9 and 15 overdue to occur with Thunderball number 5, and this is where the other winning numbers were. So we've got 4 there, 35 there, and that's with Thunderball number 5. Now if we look at machine 6, see where the numbers were on that chart for machine 6, you can see that number 35, which was drawn, is most overdue. It was the most overdue number. So now we've got a reason why Thunderball number 5 occurred, because it's most frequent with set of balls number 3. Reason why 30 occurred, because it's overdue for its frequency with Thunderball number 5, in particular with this machine and with this set of balls. And then we've got 9 and 15, which are overdue with set of balls number 3 and Thunderball number 5. And now we've got 35, the most overdue, with machine number 6. So the only question now is, how could we have got to number 4? So let's have a look at number 4, see what we can find out. First of all, it's most frequent with 15 in machine 6 and with set of balls number 3, and that's since the number of main numbers went up to 39. So because 15 occurred, that might be why 4 occurred with it. So let's look at just the set of balls number 3. The chart for number 4 won't really tell you much on its own. If we look at machine number 6, I'm not getting any reasons for number 4 from that. But if we look at Thunderball number 5 and number 4 together, see whether the other numbers were paired with those two. So we've got 30 and 35 overdue. If we look at the Thunderballs as well, nothing to go on there. So I don't really know why number 4 came out. Not getting much clues by looking at number 4. If we look at main numbers, see where number 4 is paired with the other numbers. So number 9, there it is, paired with 15. I know 4 was most frequent with 15 in machine 6. set of balls number 3. Well, second most frequent, that looks at it. And if we look at the chart for 30, number 4 overdue, 35, number 4 overdue with that. Look at all machines and sets of balls, you can see 30 and 35 are frequent together. Number 4 quite overdue with number 9, so not really many reasons for number 4. But the other numbers, I've come up with reasons for why those were outstanding. So now let's go to the current trend, which is machines 5 and 6 and sets of balls 1 to 4. And looking at the recent draw history, now that those numbers have occurred, the chart looks like that. So my predictions for the next draw, well, obviously 32, 22, very outstanding. They're closest to top right, which means they're overdue for the frequency. Individual set of balls number 4, 31, looking good on that chart. Then we've got 28, overdue, 10 most frequent, overdue for its frequency. 30 most frequent with set of balls number 3. Now if we look at set of balls number 2, 33 most frequent, 18 most overdue, 32 overdue for its frequency. Set of balls number 1, we've got 29 most frequent, 18 most overdue, that's 28 again. So now if we look at machine number 6, looks like 22 is due to occur with that machine. Got 17 most overdue, 29 most frequent. We've got this weird pattern here. We've got a bunch of numbers going up in a line on the chart for number 6. So maybe something needs to change there, because it's looking a bit strange. Same with this chart for machine 5, looking a bit strange. You can see number 6 is due to come out on that one. So that's a bunch of numbers for you to consider for your main numbers. Now let's have a look at the Thunderball numbers and the entire draw history. Okay, going on the current trend, you can see number 5 most frequent. I don't know if there'll be another consecutive occurrence, but with machine number 5, it hasn't been out for 2 draws now. So anyway, machine number 5 looks like Thunderball number 12 most overdue for its frequency, and you've got 10 the most overdue. Now if we look at machine number 6, we definitely need number 8 to come out with machine number 6. So I think I'm going to pick number 8, to be honest. Now if we just look at the individual sets of balls with these two machines. Okay, set of balls number 1, got 11 most overdue, 12 most frequent. Set of balls number 2, looks like number 12. Excuse me, number 12 most overdue for its frequency. Set of balls number 3, number 8 most overdue. Definitely want to pick number 8 with set of balls number 3. And that's interesting. Set of balls number 4, by far the most frequent and overdue for its frequency, is number 5 again. So I don't know what's going to happen in the next draw, but there's some things to consider. I think I would go for the most overdue number, which is number 8. Now if we're having Thunderball number 8, if I'm going to be patient and wait for it to come out and keep putting the same numbers on, let's look at the main numbers going on the current trend, which is 5 and 6 and set of balls 1 to 4. This is the chart for Thunderball number 8. So we've got 15 most frequent, 24, 36, 38, they're kind of most overdue for the frequency. And then we've got these ones that have not occurred yet, since the number of main numbers went up to 39. So there's some things to consider when you're picking your Thunderball numbers for the next draw. So if you want to go back and look at any of those charts that you've just seen in more detail, just rewind the video and pause it and you can have a good look. The main things to look for are anomalies in the patterns of numbers. So for instance, if you get, like, if you see a whole bunch of odd numbers or even numbers all in one patch, or if you see a lot of numbers bunched up together, then maybe something's going to change. Or, you know, any kind of patterns that you see where it seems to be orderly, that's what you need to bet against, because what we're betting on is chaos, because these results are all random, so we're predicting that it's going to be random. And so you can apply laws or averages and say, well, obviously most overdue number is going to occur next, which is 22. Now if we're having main number 22, then perhaps star number 11 is most overdue for its frequency to occur with number 22, going on the current trend. Got number 20 most overdue to occur with 22, and there's 31 most frequent with 22, most overdue out of the 3 most frequent numbers. And we've got 15 there, 28 there. So that gives you plenty of options. And that's going to conclude this video, so subscribe for the next one, and goodbye for now.